Hello, Shiraz. Best title ever. Well, I mean, there is a guillotine girl on the front of the thumbnail, so Judgement. Welcome to the stream, though. How was your day? Hopefully, it was good. Alrighty, let me put down this. Hello, Hobby. Welcome to the stream. Didn't say thumbnail? No, you said best title. Yeah, but I'm saying the reason that the title is the way that it is because of the thumbnail. I wasn't saying that you were talking about the thumbnail. Hold on. Give me but a moment. I'm getting the chat set up so I can actually see it properly. Alrighty, there you go. Now I got the chat working. Okay, cool. That's cool. Time to start drawing. First time in the live stream. I just joined your Discord yesterday. Oh, okay. Welcome to the Discord. And welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day has been going well. I just started, so I don't know what I'm gonna draw. Well, I suppose. Why does it feel like TV is trying to raise kids gay? Pardon? Why does it feel like TV's trying to raise kids gay? I don't think I have the answer to that. Hunted, good evening. Yes, hello, good evening. How's the weather and grind going? It's going good. I'm just drawing. I'm kind of sick today. That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully you'll get better soon. I haven't been sick in a while, so. Watch any kids animation? Kids animation like what exactly? I haven't, like Coco Melon? Should I just change this page? I think I'm gonna change the page. That page isn't really for... Alrighty. There you go. I'll do this page. By the way, today is the 10th. Yeah, today is the 10th. So I did the torso. I'm gonna do the hips now. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can bring in the hip areas. Well, actually, let me bring this down. I'm gonna just define the head real quick and the face. I'll define the head and face. Okay, there you go. Bring in the neck. I'm going to bring in the arm. Playing Tomb Raider Remastered right now while my wife looking on jealously. I haven't played Tomb Raider. Actually, I haven't played any of the Tomb Raiders. But I mean, Tomb Raider was really cool to me. Like just the thought of the game, the aesthetic that it had, and the concept. But I never got to play it. So maybe one of these days. One of these days. I played Uncharted though. I don't know how close it is to Uncharted, but yeah. Also, Dennis teasing us with the no showing diary on his right side. He wants to show us what's in it. It's not a diary. It's a This is a book for anatomy. So yeah. I don't know why I opened it. Like, what am I doing? Yeah. This is a book to practice anatomy in. But all right. Let me see. Show us? No, I cannot show you that. Unlike on stream, I actually just do the entire, like I do all the anatomy. This is where I can, it's where honestly, I would say that, I say that right? That I'm actually able to practice anatomy in that book, but it's actually not really that good practice. Because like, the book is so small and the pages are so small that I actually can't really get big enough drawings, if that makes sense, so. It's unfortunate. I don't really have a problem with it though. I'm able to practice enough, like, in other places, so that's cool. At this angle, let me see. I need to figure out what I'm supposed to do with the chest. At this angle, I think the chest is gonna be, because, like, this is supposed to be kind of a low angle shot. So something like that, and I'm gonna bring in the body like this. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's cool. Tomb Raider seems cool. Should I turn up the volume slightly? I should turn up the volume slightly. Okay. No. I could do that pose, or I could just not. If I go for the pose I'm supposed to... No, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll bring the leg in here, so I can just... There we go. I like to watch a lot of philosophy videos, but I've never been able to, actually, no, I meant to say recently. Recently, I haven't, like, seen any philosophy videos that I'd like to watch or something. I don't know how many men of culture are in the chat, but I must ask, Tifa or Aerith? I'd go with Tifa, but I don't know. Tomb Raider is harder than Dark Souls? Is that true? Interesting. Cool seeing the foundation of the drawing. Sadly, those are only microseconds of pixels I can give to watch this stream. I will have to wake up tomorrow. Okay, goodbye, Lost Soul. By the way, I moved the camera higher, so like this is Tifa. So you're a Gooner? Is Tifa a Gooner pick? I don't think so. I mean, I haven't played the game, so I don't really know anything about. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, but Tifa just seems stronger. So I like cool characters in general, and Tifa seems like she might be cool. I haven't played the game though, so maybe her personality would like make me not pick her, but I don't know. Tifa, my beloved, but Jill Valentine is sweetheart. Jill Valentine is from Silent Hill. I don't actually. I kind of recognize that name, but I also don't. I don't know. I don't know how good I am with my video game knowledge. No, you silly Baka Dennis. I didn't mean it like that. You don't get it. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Jill Valentine from Silent Hill? Is it not Jill Valentine from Silent Hill? Who is it from Final Fantasy? She's from okay, Silent Hill, Resident Evil. I was close. Okay, look. I thought I thought about what's his name? Oh, what's his name? the blonde guy. I thought about the blonde guy from Resident Evil. It is Resident Evil, right? No. Listen, okay, the one where Ada Wong's from. I thought about the guy Listen, okay. I get Silent Hill and Resident Evil confused. I don't know why, but I do. What his last name is Kennedy. What is his first name? You know the guy. He's the blonde guy. He's the blonde military guy. What is he? What's his name? What's the guy whose name ends with Kennedy? Or, you know, the last name is Kennedy. Leon! Yes, Leon. Is Leon from Resident Evil? Right, yes, right? Yeah, Leon, yeah. There you go. Well, hold on, let me bring in her arm. What am I even gonna put her in? I'll put her in shorts, whatever. Yes, Leon Kennedy. And he's from Resident Evil, right? Dennis is not a certified... Bro, I barely played any games. I did play games, but I didn't play a lot of games. Like, I used to play... It's a Little Big Planet. And I played Uncharted. But, like, if I used to play a game back in the day, I used to just play, like, one game. I didn't really switch around from games. So if I was playing a game, I only used to play a game. Hello, Ichigo. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Vegito. Welcome to the stream. How are your guys' day? Hopefully it's going well. Silent Hill is more psychologically horror, meanwhile Resident Evil is more biological horror. Yeah, in my brain, I have no idea why, but maybe, like, I think that the aesthetics look similar, and maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But I always used to I always do confuse Silent Hill with Resident Evil, at least the names. Like, I know which game I am talking about in my heart, but the names, the titles, they confuse me, I don't know why. Did you just play Resident Evil before showing up to a game convention? Don't go saying, you mean Leon from Silent Hill? I get being on venue. Close enough. See, yeah, because I know, I saw, like, Resident Evil Village, right? And that's not, yeah, I don't know why. I've always, since my childhood, I've confused Silent Hill for Resident Evil. Aesthetics are similar? Yeah, Spanish is too good French. What? I thought the aesthetics were similar. But I haven't played, either of the games. Look, all I do know, I just have a foggy kind of rural woodland aesthetic with, dead trees, fog. And I just feel like I've seen both Silent Hill and Resident Evil have that type of thing. Yeah, I know Resident Evil doesn't have Leon in it, but what I am saying is I know they're from the same franchise. Hello, Shazanana. I see you're better at drawing. Am I? Well, if I am, then that's good. Dead Trees and Fog is textbook definition Silent Hill, but not Resident Evil. Okay, my bad. Visual language in the games are similar. I mean, I thought so, but maybe it's not. My wife is Leon's fanatic. She's cracking her knuckles right now. Oh no. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do this. I apologize sincerely. I swear to never mistake Silent Hill for Resident Evil again. I have no idea what I'm going for this shirt. What am I going for here? I don't know. I'll just do whatever. He's about to get... Huh? Hunted, what are you on about? What are you yapping about, Hunted? Final Fantasy VII fans are either chill or violently obsessive. I don't know. Just kidding, she's cool about it? Oh, okay. I will not be judged. Hey, isn't the title, the title's art with oh no, I didn't even put with a hint of judgment, just art with of judgment. Well, whatever. The title was supposed to be art with a hint of judgment, so, you know, I've got the judgment part covered. It was all part of my plan. I secretly knew the difference between Silent Hill and Resident Evil, but I had to get judged as per the title, so I purposely messed it up. Hey man, I need your help. What do you need help with? I promise I messed it up. I promise I messed it up on purpose. Sashirs was being sarcastic. I don't know. I try not to read into who's being sarcastic on the internet. You know, there's like a loss of tone over text. What do I do with the eyes? Actually, who am I even drawing right now? I didn't actually think about which person I'm drawing. When in doubt, I will go for... Okay, yeah, I'll go for her. I need help with drawing. I need to learn. I need to learn how to draw female. In general, just focus on more curved structures. So like, just instead of going for a more boxy aesthetic, you're gonna go for a more curved, round aesthetic. Yeah. The water bottle gives me crazy anxiety. Why? What's wrong with the water bottle? Here, I'll move it over here. Why does the water bottle give you crazy anxiety? Yeah, it doesn't really... So let's talk about... So let's start by drawing first. Yeah, in general, you're gonna like. Okay, you have to be more specific though. But if you aren't talking about specifics, just in a broad sense, when you're drawing, and you want a more female aesthetic, you're going to go for a more curved, like more spherical, more round instead of more boxy, and that's about it. Of course, this is just like. I'm talking about broadly, so like in a broad sense, but of course you can like modify whatever you want. Cocaine overdose. Hello, Sloth. Welcome to the stream. Everyone, if you could choose the way you die, but you can't choose old age, which one would you pick? I would choose the way I die. I die by happiness. I mean the body and the face. I mean, kind of. Finally, my 3DS is charged. It takes 5 hours to do it. I owned it for 11 years. I also have a 3DS, but I only have like 2 games on it. I have like Mario Kart and I think I have Prince of Persia. Bro, you gotta watch some Mark Burnett. Die by happiness. Oh, so he wants to. That's not my definition of happiness. Yeah, Mark Burnett is pretty good for that type of stuff. I'm not really one for tutorials, but for the face, I mean, in general, like you're gonna make the chin smaller. Like, you know, broadly speaking, you'd make the chin smaller. Maybe a more not rounded jawline, but yeah, softer jawline, smaller chin. I don't know. I draw anime, right? So the advice I'm gonna give is more tailored towards anime. But like even anime is based on reality slightly, so. I have Snake Eater in my 3DS. Ooh. That is Metal Gear, I think. Right? That is Metal Gear. I'm starting to doubt my game knowledge. 3DS is crazy. But you're good at drawing female. I'm okay at drawing, but I'm not okay at giving advice though. And plus, it's harder for it's pretty hard to give advice to someone when I haven't seen their art. It's way easier to give advice if I can actually see. But if I can't see, then all I can do is like just talk broadly about a certain thing. I need for manga. And the chest a bit smaller and hips a bit pompous. Wait, huh? Isn't there Metal Gear? Yes, Metal Gear. I know Metal Gear. To be fair, really the only game franchise that I do get confused about is Silent Hill and Resident Evil. 3DS is crazy for anime? No, maybe not that. Do you critique on your Discord? There is a critique channel. I'm not that good with... Okay, like, if there's no one else to give critiques, I will critique. Like, I'll give a critique. If someone asks me specifically for a critique, then yes, I'll give a critique. Yeah. Bro, stop rage baiting with games. Oh. I've never rage baited anyone. How does brother get confused on Resident Evil? I'm seriously confusing. Well, I haven't played Resident Evil, so, I mean, I think it's pretty understandable that if you haven't played a game, you don't exactly understand the differences. Like, I haven't delved deep into Silent Hill or Resident Evil. I've seen Resident Evil Village, but, I mean, when it comes to, like, all of the franchise, I'm like a novice. In fact, I'm not even a novice. I haven't even started. So, yeah, I just don't know, like, the games. So from a very far out perspective, they kind of look kind of similar, yeah. How did you learn to draw female? If you want to learn, well, look at references, look at artists who you think draws females well, right? And then you want to copy it. Just take away what you want to do. Is pick a certain part that you want to copy. So you don't want to copy the entire illustration. Pretty overwhelming, right? So if you're just focusing on body structure, then try to focus on that. You know, figure out, okay, well, on average, you know, how am I supposed to proportion the chest versus the hips, or the shoulders versus actually it's really the shoulders versus the hips. So like, yeah, like for men, usually, or a lot of the time, when an artist draws men, they make the shoulders wider than the hips. For women, though, they either make it equal, or like they make the shoulders equal to the hips, like hip width, or smaller. So, yeah. Or I guess they make the hips equal to the shoulders or bigger, you know, whichever one you want to go. So it's like, you just want to try and break down and understand how an artist is actually proportioning, you know. Study the art that you like and figure out what makes you like it and what makes it look like how it does, yeah. How do you learn? Okay, no, I read that. My room is a disaster, but I can't sleep early without thinking of Block Blast. Just play any game and start. No, well, yeah, I don't really have time to play games, or I'm not making time to play games. So, I mean, I'm just probably not gonna. I mean, I'll keep in mind. I'll keep in mind to start with Resident Evil 4, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. Yusuke Murata is like one of my inspirations. Like, my two inspirations for manga and stuff is Yusuke Murata and Tatsuki Fujimoto. So yeah, no, he's really good. What do you mean your art is way... Yeah, but like, I think you should learn from someone who's... I mean, you can try and learn from me if that's what... Is that what you want to do? But, I mean, there are way better artists than me, with more consistent art styles and anatomy. Yeah, so like, I used to study Yusuke Murata. Not that in depth, but yeah. He's very inspiring. Yusuke Murata, yeah, read that. Artists love that pear-shaped body build. Resident Evil is iconic, bro. Though I had bigger cousins playing it, so I was aware of it. What platforms are you currently using to share your art? And which ones are you finding the most success with? Are you asking me, Sloth? I mean, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Twitter. YouTube is the most successful for me. TikTok is doing okay. I mean, you could try Pixiv. I haven't really tried, but I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Pixiv is really gonna... is not. I think yeah, YouTube is well for me specifically. Other than YouTube, maybe you could try Reddit if you're like if you have a space if you're like catering to a specific community. You should maybe try some Reddit like art subreddits or something. That's kind of good sometimes. And I'm not super active on Twitter. I do post art there, but I'm not that active. I made TikTok, but my account is new. I'm shadow banned. Really? I had a TikTok account for like 2 days, and I did pretty well, I think. I had TikTok for 2 days, and in that 2 days, I got like one of the videos. Like it wasn't that good, right? But it was pretty good. It was like 2,000 views. It was like my Hornet speed paint. So I just took one of the shorts from my YouTube and posted it on TikTok, and it did pretty well. So I don't know if like new accounts are shadow banned or not. I would assume not, right? But maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe it's just random. No, I don't care about that. You're my best artist. Well, I mean, art is subjective. So I mean, if you think that, then I can try. But not. I don't know what I mean, but I can try. But yeah, then you can try. Like I can explain if there's something that you want me to break down, like how on my process. I can try and explain my process, but. Be warned, I'm not that good at explaining. Are you asking me, Schlot? For real? I had that "you mean me" meme come in my mind. 2,000, not enough to even get Dennis's 2 cents. No, TikTok isn't, I'm not monetized on TikTok yet. It's gonna be a while. TikTok audience is definitely missing out on our daily banters. Yeah, that's true. Twitter is ass and TikTok ain't good for beginners. They love to bully them, so either Reddit or Instagram. I don't think does TikTok? Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been. Yeah, no one has said anything bad on TikTok for me, and I don't think Twitter is bad per se. I think Twitter is good if you're able to crack into like a specific community and then catapult yourself from there. Like that's how a lot of artists on Twitter get big and keep an audience. But yeah, like I don't really have that much engagement on Twitter, which is fine, right? I mean, there's like a multitude of different social media, so. Okay, let go. Bro, let go of what? Twitter is godforsaken unless you at least get some people in fandoms you chat with. Hello, Rap Dog. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, for growing, I think Twitter is kind of difficult. I don't exactly know what to do. Or actually, no, I do know what to do. Basically, you have to cater to a specific... like, basically do... for Twitter, do... an artwork that you think is popular or like about a community that's like popular right now, and just do like art for them essentially. I think that's it. I mean, I won't do that because I like to do art that I like, so if what's popular isn't something that I like, then I'm just not going to draw it. I'm just not interested in drawing it. But I need your help. I'm going to make a manga tomorrow. I find the most engagement on Twitter and Instagram. Interesting. I mean, I stopped doing Instagrams, but at some point I'll probably go back to Instagram just to see. Instagram Reel is full of trash and bigotry, but Instagram posts is fine. We have warmongers in YouTube, trollers in TikTok, rage baiters in Twitter, and demons in Insta. Yeah, like I said, if you like, I don't know. I need to learn how to draw fire. I mean, I'm probably not the best at like objects and stuff and fire. I mean, I can kind of draw fire, but I mean, yeah, for drawing anything, use references. So if you don't know how to draw fire, then like go to Pinterest or something, look up like a fire, like a reference for fire or drawing fire or something like that, and you'll you know, just copy that or try to. Yeah, making mangas is pretty time consuming. Like if you're good at art, I wouldn't say it's like difficult. It's difficult. Well, it is difficult, but it's difficult because it's time consuming. You're drawing like characters over and over and over again. And like, you know, mangas, and like for one panel, there's like multiple. What are those things called? Whatever. You know, one panel, there's multiple characters, and you have to do it over and over again. You have to do the background, and then you have to do like 15 pages of it, at the minimum. So yeah, it's a lot. You my guy for that? For what? I don't know how to draw fire. Hello, Cargo. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay, cool. I know, I've made multiple mangas myself. Yeah, very difficult. In fact, I was making a manga panel, and I kind of just forgot about it, actually. It's still there. I could still go back and finish it. Not a manga panel, but just like, well, yeah, a manga panel, but not like part of any bigger story. Just something I was doing for fun. It was pretty fun. But I got distracted and started doing other stuff. Even though Pinterest is full of AI images, it's still great for photo reference. Yeah, it is very good. Help me, please. I need your help. Yeah, but you can't just... I need, like, specifics. What do you need my help with? Duck Doodle? Nah, I don't feel like it. I made 2 one-shots. You'll generally see your first work is utter garbage. That's probably true, yeah. Do you think consistency is hard? Like getting your characters to look like your characters in multiple manga panels? No. Oh, the better you get technically at art, yeah, the better your technical skills get at art, the more consistent you'll be. Like the more your art style is gonna actually stick. So no, I don't think consistency is that difficult. You just have to keep in mind like proportions, how long the hair is, how long the arms are, just things like that. But once you're able to like be like, okay, the arms, you know, are about as long as, I don't know, the middle of the thigh or something like that, or a little bit above that, you'll be able to just do. I don't think consistency is that difficult. Female and fire, yeah, but like to draw a woman is that's also a big topic. Like what you said, the body. Break it into simple shapes, like the torso being a cube, the hips being a cube. In fact, I was making a video just on that. I'm just drawing the body, so I mean, maybe that video that like I'll post at some point later in the future will be helpful. Yeah. Okay, I see a problem. Let me see if I can fix the problem. Yeah, I'm not good with fire, though. I think you're going to the wrong person for fire. You're better off looking at a reference for fire. You indeed, as a fan, Yes, indeed, as a fan, they indeed are fire. Do not beg for someone's mercy. Be the man of your own making. Everything you make is fire? I don't know. I'm struggling slightly on this drawing. Also, I could have done the shirt better. I should have got a reference for it, to be fair. I didn't have a reference for the shirt. I had a reference for the body, but to put the shirt on top, I should have gone for a different type of shirt. A shirt that actually... whatever. Moi, as they say. Well, I guess this is the first drawing of the stream. Could I just... Nah, hold on. I didn't realize that I actually struggle quite a bit with simplifying the body. Like, to break the body into simple shapes, I do struggle. Or, not struggle, but it's not as easy as it was before. For me. Because the way, the technique that I've been using to draw the body is relying more on me imagining the shapes rather than drawing them. I seem to have lost the skill of just simplifying the body. Making manga without an outline is kind of like going into an all-you-can-eat buffet with no plan. You're not going to make the most out of your time. Yeah. I struggle too. Do you think it's bad to use references when you just draw, not to learn or copy? No, I don't. No, you can use references for whatever you want. Drawing fire is easy, but the trick is to make it believable. Yeah. Simplify the body. He's so good that being simple is unable to him. That's not how that works. A single ref is gonna make you copy shit. There are some, like, if you're doing a study, I think using a single reference will get you somewhere. But in general, you can use multiple references, yeah. What the hell is wrong with this hand? Hold on. So maybe like this instead. Pretty messy. I mean, actually, in general, when I'm drawing, I do use one reference per drawing. But the difference is, I'm not trying to copy the reference one for one. I just try and take the general energy of the drawing, but not the actual... I'm not trying to, like, be like some printer that just duplicates the image. I was trying to draw with my left hand. Oh boy, that's unfortunate. That's why folks read the thumbnail. That's why folks read the thumbnail? Read the thumbnail? I was trying to draw, but learning to draw one specific thing is useless. Learn the fundamentals behind fire, like lighting and coloring and rendering. I mean, yeah, that's fair. If I create an OC, I usually use 2 or more references for inspiration. Yeah, of course. For design, yeah, you probably want to take from different areas. That's how you get a really cool design. My reference is the Prophet's teaching. Oh. I see. Alrighty. What to do? Alright, let's do another one. Oh, left arm. No, it is fortunate because my shoulder is fine on my left hand, so I can use it. I found it entertaining rather than frustrating. I think I'll try it more. Oh, drawing with your left arm is... well, it's something I can't do, that's for sure. My other friend only draws the simple shapes, but he uses boxes, and some does arts, says never to only use boxes. I mean, if using boxes is helpful to you, then you can do them, right? Use whatever is actually helpful. Use what is helpful to you. Some does arts does give genuine advice, but Brody is wrong about boxes. I mean, most likely he's saying, like, whenever an artist says, don't do this, or only do this, or blah, 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 really what they're saying is that this thing only using boxes doesn't work for him, right? And so he's telling other people not to do it, but it really just means that for him personally, it just doesn't work. And maybe for other people that he knows, it doesn't work and it's like hindering them. But that advice is probably doesn't apply to everyone. Like, most advice doesn't apply to everyone. So I'm changing the music, by the way. Who the heck is Sam? Sam Does Arts is a popular art YouTuber. Just got to sculpt organic forms from it with perspective. Yeah, I think boxes are really helpful for perspective cubes and stuff. That is true. Yeah, boxes in perspective are way more helpful to me, at least, than spheres. Where is the music? Can I find the music? I cannot get the music. Okay, hold on. Let me do something. Yeah, but it kind of tricks beginners. Seeing pros say to never do that. Yes. Yeah, no, for sure. It is false to say to never do something. A lot of the times people, like, absolutes just don't exist, right? So for someone to say that this thing makes you worse 100% of the time or blah blah blah, right? It just usually, that type of thing is usually false. It could be like most of the time this thing is bad, or some of the time, or for me personally, but yeah, for at least for like one person, that thing is probably useful. Like after a while, I think I just realized that I should just do what actually works. I should try everything and just do what it works, and I think that's what I did, and it worked out pretty well. Okay, what? Stop changing. Why are we changing this? Please, I just want the song. Can I have a song, please? Okay. Yes, there's a song. As I say, art is subjective. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I didn't know about the Sam guy. I'll be right back after watching 8 videos of his for a taste of his content. Okay. Do you have an art style that you dislike? Not really. Of course, there are like art styles that I simply gravitate towards more, but I don't have any art styles that I hate. I don't know. Or any art styles that I feel strongly about. No. Like, I could say that in general, I'm less interested in realism, like in a realistic art style, than in a stylized art style. So I could say that, but doesn't mean like I hate realism, right? More like every person is different, learns different. Yeah. Jelly art style, but I try not to hate the art. It's just not for me. Any new people to drawing? There's a channel named 10,000 Hours. He makes the best art videos ever. Is that so? I haven't heard of him, but probably true. Or rather, he probably does make some cool drawings or content. It's more theory-based, though, mostly about learning to learn. Yeah, I mean, learning to learn is really important. If you don't know how to learn, then, well, you're not really going to get anywhere now, are you? Drawbox is good, too. It's a free course. For better or for worse, I didn't actually take any art classes, which probably stifled my growth at least at the start. But I think that what I did get is a lot of passion. I think, or not really. I think courses are probably good. But what I mean is, oh well, I didn't do courses, but like a rigid schedule for drawing is what I didn't have. I kind of just drew whenever I wanted to, and I drew whatever I wanted to. So yeah, I was able to maintain an amount of passion for art that I might not have been able to keep had I like gone to art school or something like that. Or at least that's how I feel. Have you heard of Dark Side Phil? No, I have not. Is that an art YouTuber or something? Can I send a link? It's a curriculum you can use, different resources. I like in chat. I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know if links. I don't think links work in chat though. Last I checked, links don't work. Although maybe they do. I was trying to draw a box, but got stuck in ellipses. How? How did that happen? You know what? Here's what I need to do. I need to get back into the mindset of drawing simple. It's the course? Ah. My favorite character to draw, mine is Jill Valentine. I haven't. Oh, I even dedicated a sketchbook only for her. That's a lot of dedication. Yeah. There may be a small flaw in your box drawing approach if you're getting ellipses. Yeah. You know, I'm deciding between taking a nap today or just staying up through the day and going to sleep early. The problem is, I wonder if I'll be able to go to sleep early. I wonder if I have enough time to do everything that I need to do so that I can go to sleep early. My favorite character is from JoJo. Ah, yes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I haven't watched it, but I mean, I've heard about it. I mean, if you've been in the anime space, I don't think you can like exist without knowing about JoJo though. JoJo's. I think essentially that's there. That's there. He put me on. My favorite JoJo character is Joseph. Also, he put me on Heat music too. Mine's Gappy from Part 8. Yeah, I haven't watched JoJo's, but it seems cool. All right, let me see if I can just plop down some shading real quick. Assuming the light's coming from there. I'll just bring that in like that. The exercise of drawing the line with the plate, the axis and ellipses around it is a bit hard for me. I've never heard of that technique, or at least maybe I have, or I've seen it, but I just haven't. I probably just haven't seen that yet. So at one point, maybe I'll see something like that. Drawing is like cooking to me. I put my own taste in my art. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. A person's art style is just their personal tastes, all Frankenstein together. Stitched together. That way you can actually appreciate your own art style. It's cool to meet other people with, you know, different analogies to diversity of opinion is great. It's so cool to meet you know, other people with different analogies to art, diversity of opinions. It's great. Yeah, it is. It's good to see like just a bunch of different people. I mean, in general, I just like communicating with people. Or at least I just like the intake of new ideas. Already I'm back, and I've realized after witnessing his art, must be nice being an OC of a real artist. Just like how in Toy Story, Woody loved being Andy's toy. I can kind of understand that. This chat is all about diversity of ideas, except the warmongers. The warmongers, they can cry me a river. There are no warmongers in Ba Sing Se. I saw a video about art capitalism. It changed how I see art. There's no purpose to draw. If you don't like your drawing, you just draw for someone. There's no purpose to draw if you don't like your drawing / you just draw for someone. You have to enjoy what you do. Yeah, art is a personal endeavor. I mean, yeah, art is personal. So if you're basing your enjoyment of art on other people, you're bound to like burn out of doing art. Or at the very least, art is going to be pretty difficult for you to keep motivation in. You have to do art for yourself. Well, yeah. Well, I guess in general, a person does things for themselves anyways, but yeah, I agree. That does some work for the nationalist movement of capitalism. That does some work for the nationalist movement of capitalism prevails. But he loves his art as a mother to her child, right? I don't love my art, no. If you fail, you rewatch the lesson material. About the class? No, I don't love my art. I try not to love my art. I enjoy doing art, but I try not to love my art. When you start to care about your art, then you become invested in the outcome. And if I'm invested in the outcome, I'm probably not going to enjoy the process because I'm going to be looking towards the end. In that case, I'm going to be worried about making a bad artwork. And if I'm worried about making a bad artwork, that's like pretty bad. I think, yeah, being worried about the end is not that good. So no, I don't love my art. I try not to. I try not to have any value. I try not to attach any value to my artwork. I mean, there are like a bunch of other things that are like, that's good. That in my case is good for me to do that. But yeah. I try to enjoy the journey, essentially. Hello, Hugo. Welcome to the stream. Oh, wait, you don't? No, I don't love my art. What's the difference between standard and taste in art? I like what someone's standard or what someone's taste. You'd have to define standard, but I don't know. I mean, your taste is just what you lean towards, the type of art that you like to enjoy. Standard means like your commonplace, like what you commonly, like what you, like the general baseline for art. Like anything below your standard is bad. So in that case, I guess your taste is what you personally like, and your standard is what you consider to be like the baseline for just okay art in general. Like my standard for art is simply to like be good at art. So, and my taste is stylization. So stylized art is a taste, but like even if someone is drawing realism, as long as it falls in my standard, it's still good. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, what about your masterpiece? You know, that one art you just know by heart. This is my creation. That makes you feel warm in the heart and proud. There's a drawing where like I did a pretty good stomach. I mean, that's like a good art. But like even then, like I don't love that drawing. I want to replicate that drawing. I want to be able to do that drawing again, like, and be able to do it, but I don't love it. It's cool, but I try not to have any attachment to my art. Or I think I've succeeded in having no attachment to my art. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but despite not having attachment to my art, I still enjoy art. Like I'm still passionate about it, so I think it's fine. I think it's fine even though I don't have any attachment to it. I don't need to love my art to like enjoy making art. Art is a reflection of your thoughts at a certain time. Don't attach. Hold on. Art is a reflection of your thoughts at a certain time. Don't attach to it as you wouldn't to a diary you made in middle school. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's good if you're learning because you love the process. You don't care too much about the result. Yeah, I just want the process. I want to get good at the process. So yeah, while I don't love the art in the end, I love the process. I like figuring out, like sometimes I make a line, I'm like, wow, that line is a line I want to draw in like a certain way, and I actually achieved that. So like in that sense, yeah, that's the part of art that I like, but not the actual final result, not the permanence of it. Not the thing that's like gonna be on the page, but I like the process. Yeah, like sometimes there's like a line that I did, I'm like, wow, now that's a good line. Or wow, that's some really nice shading I did. But like, yeah, not the final result. I don't know what to contribute to the convo. I mean, in the end, you don't need to. Like sometimes I think I feel a need to fill in blank space. Like when I'm just drawing, I can just draw in silence. But like on stream, sometimes I feel the need to fill in the blank space or something like that. Or maybe there's like a conversation going on in chat and like I don't really have anything to say about it. But like you don't need to say anything about it. Like I don't say everything about anything that I see. If you want to, then you can, but I'm just like, you don't need to. Whenever I feel the need to say something and I don't, that means that whatever I have to say isn't going to come naturally, and it's probably not an authentic thought for myself. I mean, I'm not saying this like on you, but I'm saying like for me, if I were to do that, it probably won't be the best thought, or I wouldn't have like thought out properly. But that might just be my special thought process. My own weird quirk. A magnum opus you made a year ago might look trashy in retrospective. That is very true. There is a lot of art that was like that I liked at the time, and I look back, I'm like, wow, that shit's ass. So yeah, no, I completely feel it. I miss Kim Jong-gi dearly. Watching you draw using a pen reminded me of him. Oh yeah, I know him. I didn't watch him, but I mean I've seen his art. He was really good. Yeah. Rest in peace for truly. Right. He did pass away. I assume that's why you're talking like that. Yeah, I would have loved to watch his video. I think there still is videos of him, but I feel like he draws in a way that I want to draw. Though I haven't looked into him. Maybe I'm a fraud artist. I'm a fraud artist because I haven't looked into his artwork. On a side note, those thighs are talking to me. Fair enough. I haven't even finished, yeah. Hold on. There is one thing I need to do. You should do poetry, Kimijiki by Goat, Vegito, all of my art as to my own. Calling it trash is calling my art of creating trash. Perspective, I guess. On a side note, yeah, read that. I mean, we have different mindsets, right? But we still love the craft. That's all that matters, yeah. I think I should care less about the result because a result doesn't mean that you have progressed. Like, there's good days and bad days. I forget too much about art progress not being linear. Yeah. For instance, yesterday, I think I was making, or I don't know what was going on. It might have been like what they call art block, but my art wasn't like up to my standard. But that's not to say that I didn't actually progress or learn anything. So yeah, the actual process is what's important. Figure out why you're failing is important. But the fact that you made an artwork that you don't personally like it doesn't really reflect on your skill as an artist. Or not, it doesn't directly, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't show your progress. That's just like you said. Exactly like you said. Hayao Miyazaki is 80 and he's my goat. You have to spend time. Who's that? I haven't heard of him. Hayao Miyazaki. I'm saying that right? Hayao? Yeah. Good afternoon, it's Solo. Coming from your video a couple days ago. Great video. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm assuming you're talking about the art video where it's like... where like, it doesn't have to be hell. Improvement doesn't have to be hell. That video? Thank you. I'm trying to make a different video or a better video like that one. So much control with the pencil. Pencil does have a lot of control. Like, I do feel bad. Like, sometimes I feel like the pen, like this pen, isn't as precise. But I just don't like the smudging of pencil. Also, pen makes me focus on the permanence of the line, so it makes me think more about the line. So I feel like I make better art with the pen. I forgot Sin hasn't watched Ghibli films. I have not. Not Spirited Away. Is Howl's Moving Castle a Disney film? Not that one either. There's one about a delivery girl. Don't know her either. But yeah. Then what's a show or general piece of media you don't really like? I don't really have any, but I mean, I guess I'd have to say like children's shows, right? I feel like that's pretty I don't know, that's not really a real answer though. But yeah, I guess like children's shows. But even some children's shows are like pretty cool too. So that's not even a real, I don't know, I don't have any. I think I'm pretty good at finding things that I like, even in a place where I normally wouldn't like it. Let me see. Some art directors in the anime industry are fresh out of college. Remember, they're better than you. Catch up. Whatever. Isagi Yoichi. I think I stopped using pencil back in 2019 and not drawing until 2025 in digital. Yeah, I mean, I love Mushoku Tensei. I can understand why people hate it though. Like, it's totally understandable. Yeah. What's 0.1 seconds of Sesame Street, or go through all the pain? Yeah, I'm watching Sesame Street. Okay, like I was saying, I think that's wrong. I don't really have any piece of media that I dislike, or like a general piece of media, like a genre or anything. I don't have anything like that I dislike. There's a bunch of shows that I thought were like mid though, or there are a bunch of like anime and stuff that I thought was pretty mid. That's not to say that I hate them. Like, I'd watch Sesame Street again. Bro, what is that? Why are we combining Guts, Subaru, and Shinji? Yeah, no, I think I'd watch Sesame Street, I'm not gonna lie. I'll watch Sesame Street for a day straight, okay? I thoroughly enjoyed Sesame Street as a child. Bro, we had like was it like Super Grover or whatever? He was my man. All right. I've been drawing for about 4 years now, so I'm only now getting to where I want to be. It made me feel less guilty when you said you've been at it for longer years. Oh yeah, I've been at it for a long time. And I think I could think about all those, like the 8 years that I spent doing art and barely progressing, because in the 8 years, I barely like actually progressed. It's only in the last 3 years that I've actually gotten better. So like for 5 years, I was very stagnant. And I could think of it as a waste of time, but the thing is, I was enjoying art, right? So it's not a waste of time. I was actually having fun. I think it's like, it kind of sucks that like it took me this long to like get to a point where like I can almost consider myself good. But I also think that it's just nice. Like, it's nice to have actually enjoyed my journey, because there's a lot of people who like went through hell and then they're like then they're like, okay, well, I'm happy now, but I wish I should have just taken it easy on myself back then. So I'm just happy I didn't like feel like I've wasted it or struggled all those years and then had to learn how to have fun. Yeah, you just need to have fun. I despise Oshinoko because I predicted the plot twist and the incest. Yeah, I could see that. I could kind of see where it was going. Or not really. It's not like I could kind of see where it was going, but honestly, I think I would have been fine. It would have been fine with it. I'm actually generally fine with almost any story as long as it nails the story part of it. But if you fumble the story, then yeah. That's unfortunate. How do you think you got better? What you did those 3 years? No, the question's not annoying. Questions are practically never annoying. What I got better with? I got better at actually getting into the head of the artist that I'm copying. So for a lot of the 5 years that I was drawing, I was trying to copy drawings one for one. So like a lot of the reason why I never copy drawings one for one is because I spent all of those years trying to do that, trying to, basically be like a photocopier. And it took a lot of time to make it image like that, because I was always worrying, okay, is this line like just like how the artist did it? And I realized, eventually, after 5 years, that's actually probably not helpful, because first of all, in the first place, I didn't even have the fundamentals down. So first of all, in those 5 years, I just learned the fundamentals, the general construction, the cubes, cylinders, everything that makes up the body, like everything that makes up a simplified body. That's what I learned. And then I also learned how to generally copy the gist of a drawing without being like perfectly copying it, just taking the energy of it. Let me see. Line quality. First of all, my line, I used to do chicken scratching all the time. And this is something that I've been working on recently, but also it's been like steadily improving slowly throughout those 8 years, was just my line quality. I used to do chicken scratch at the start, and slowly over time is like I gained confidence in doing longer and longer lines. So the clarity of my art has improved. So basically silhouette or gesture drawing. Yes, dynamicism too. For gesture drawing, that really helps with making your art look dynamic. I did do that, but for a long time I was really bad with gesture drawing, and that's because I didn't have the fundamentals. I couldn't really simplify things into, shapes, and I also didn't have the line confidence needed for gesture drawing, right? Gesture drawing is about the flow, and if you don't have line confidence, you're probably not going to get that, get flow that well. Let me see. Let me read. Let me go back upwards. Sadly, I can't relate. I've been drawing for 2 years. I'm not good, but I understand it must be hard. It is pretty hard for it was kind of hard, especially if you don't understand what you're supposed to do. And even worse, it's even harder when people are artists on YouTube are telling you what you're supposed to do, and you're trying to do what they're telling you to do, and you just can't do it. You just don't have the skill. It's just not clicking in your brain. So that's why you're supposed to try it a bunch of different things. That's why you're supposed to just like after a certain point, just go off on your own and try to figure out what works best for you. Just try and copy it. Just, you're not copy it, but use references and see how well you can gain that look that you're going for, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't give up after 1 year, to be honest. Yeah, giving up is when you actually just lose. That's when you really fail at art. Sadly, yeah, no, I read that. Divine General Dennis is leveling up slowly, but this motion of adapting is perpetual. Yeah, I've gotten better at copying how people draw. Especially on digital art, where I can actually do the colors and stuff too, because I'm not really that good at with like color pencils. I have a bunch of color pencils, but I'm not that good at copying color. So when it comes to digital art, that's when I can really actually start practicing color and stuff like that, and composition. I'm glad. Yeah. When can you say you really understand fundamentals? Because you can say you studied it, but did you understand it? I used to try and study fundamentals like in those 8 years. I did not understand it though. I wasn't able to actually implement what I learned because I don't know, it just wasn't clicking for me. And even when I did like use like 3D cubes and stuff, it used to make my drawings look really stiff, which is why gesture drawing is important. Figure drawing is also really, really good, just in general for like bodies and stuff like that. I mean, you could understand it. You'll know when you understand it. You understand it when you start making drawings with that technique, and it looks good, and it looks like at least generally like how you want it to be, right? An art advice I'd give is consume different media from what you produce, like music and literature. Yeah, literature and music, it does inspire you. Like for some art, just some art in general, any type of art, whether it be like movies, music. Some people, you can just get like that image of like, there's just an image that pops into your mind when you're like listening to something or watching a movie. And you can use that to inspire yourself, like Vegito said. How would you feel if your art suddenly regressed to 0 by tomorrow? I think I'd feel pretty bad because it's been like 8 years. But in the end, I think I'll be better off. Well, no. If I like rewound time. But, I think it'd feel pretty bad to like just suddenly regress. It would feel bad. Because it'd be like 8 years of progress gone, like out of thin air. But like, I mean, I'll keep drawing, right? That's the thing. No matter how I feel, I'm gonna keep drawing because I do just enjoy the process of drawing. But it will feel bad, yeah. It'll feel terrible. Yeah, I saw the video of Steven Zapata. I know that guy, Zapata. That guy's very good videos, especially his last video and art optimization video. He talks about YouTubers selling to generalized concepts. Yeah, I think it works for some people. Like what YouTubers say do work for some people, and it doesn't work for other people. So yeah, I totally get what he was saying. Just find a lot of inspiration. I agree. Inspiration also feeds your passion for like art and stuff. I actually have trouble putting down the pen sometimes because I enjoy it. Yeah, me too. It's solo. I'm very much addicted to drawing. I'm always drawing, and the time that I'm not drawing is like, not like it's a waste, but I'd rather be drawing for sure. I assume every artist will start seeing everything as just shapes when you understand it. Yeah, you can like start seeing different objects as shapes, and you can understand how to replicate them in a drawing. Of course, just thinking about an object won't work. I used to think that you'll be able to like imagine it. Like after you understand the fundamentals, you'll be able to just imagine different objects and draw them. But reference is really important because your memory is pretty fallible. Good thing I didn't quit learning new language altogether, otherwise I wouldn't have learned how to speak English, Spanish, or a tad bit Japanese. Hail the God Emperor. I assume every artist will, yeah, I read that. As Gojo Wakane said, you need to see all the things and experience a lot more to become a great artist in your own craft. Yeah. I'm gonna be seeing stick figures drawing next stream. Oh no. What page of figure poses later? Generally, I want to ask you how you can draw for longer periods. I guess it's fun, but how I'll get to that stage where I'm currently at. Let me see how someone asked me that like literally today, and I thought about it. How do you get addicted to drawing? I don't know how I got to this point. Maybe I've always been like this because I mean, I drew every day for like 8 years, right? So I can't say it's like a recent thing, but it's definitely become easier to draw because I'm making drawings that you like. Yeah, having fun with your art is the best way to, because it's the motivation. You have to be motivated to draw to be able to, well, to like, you need that fuel. How to cultivate that would probably be the question, or maybe it's a different question that you're asking. But how to cultivate that feeling? Uh yeah. Okay. So like I'm okay. One of the fuels that I'm feeding to this fire of like my addiction, I guess, is I'm always like looking at references. So I always have a reference on the side that I'm like, I'm looking at really good art. I'm looking at art that inspires me. And because I'm looking at art that inspires me, it just makes me want to draw. So like if I weren't in the scenario where like I wasn't able to get the inspiration from other like references and other things like that, I don't know how much that, I think that would affect my motivation a lot. It's because I see other artists, I have a goal to aim towards. But if I can't see other artists work, I don't have a goal. So it's probably something like that. I'm always looking at like really cool references, so I'm always inspired. Also, but yeah, just do what you like, which is, I don't know if that how good advice that is. Like just it's basically like, oh, you're homeless, just buy a house, or at least it feels like that's what I'm saying. I hope I'm saying something more, but you can tell me from if like it made sense or not. POV me writing for 23 pages straight and still say. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I have returned to the stream. Okay, I'm back. What? Okay. Let's see, where was I? I suppose I should ask Dennis first before sharing knowledge about illegal stuff? Bro, what? Most suspicious. What has happened since I was gone? All the hip dips? Hip dips are cool. In any case, I don't really care about reading the backlog of chat. Yes, hello. Our dictator. I'm a dictator now? Is that how this works? Well, as long as I can draw, I don't really mind being a dictator. This is a joke. My lawyers have advised me to say that this is a joke. I do not actually want to become a dictator, I promise. I just want to draw. Illegal stuff can be shared through illegal ways? Oh. He's back. Hello, Nito. I'll call you Nito. Even though that doesn't really look like it'll say Nito, but, you know, it's fine. Also, Dennis, question. Do you like men or women? Like drawing men or women, or do I just like them in general? Like, romantically? I like women. Dennis, how do you memorize things like how the psychology of that works, the philosophy? Wait, the philosophy of what exactly? Sorry, I'm not really keeping up. Yes, indeed, romantically? Yes. In different perspectives? Huh. In different like the bodies in different perspectives? How do I memorize that? It's not like an active memory. It's kind of muscle memory. It's kind of active memory and kind of muscle memory. After you've drawn enough, then you'll just start remembering it, or your body will know what to do. Your hand will know what to do. When it comes to more difficult anatomy, you'll have to like put some thought into it. So like you'll have to remember like, oh, this part of the body is kind of like, I don't know, like a crisscross, like how the muscles like connect to each other is kind of like a crisscross. So you'll like remember that, or it's like it goes in a pattern of 3, 2, 3 or something like that, right? It's that type of thing. But the philosophy of perspectives, though, in different perspectives, yeah. It's like that. So like for more difficult parts of the body, more intricate parts, you'll have to like find ways to like think about them, like things like that, or it'll be just yeah, but a lot of it is just memory. You'll just simply remember things, or your body will just know what to do because you've seen it enough times. After you've seen something enough times and tried to copy it enough times, it'll just come naturally. Usually. Is it like unconscious? I thought it was conscious. Like you saw the image of it in your mind. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Sometimes. Like if you've seen enough images of something, you can just like imagine it in your mind and you'll know kind of what you're supposed to do. But the deeper you study it in the moment while learning it, the more clear the image in your mind is going to be. David, when doing art, do you value the journey or the results more? I value the journey, of course. Yeah, I just value the journey. I do not care about the like what comes of it. I like drawing. Like sometimes I'm drawing and I make a line, I'm like, wow, that's a really good line. And sometimes like I can appreciate when I've done a cool drawing, but it's not like I don't love my art. I think Hunted asked me this question earlier in the stream. Yeah, I don't really love my art, so, but I love the process of art. I think that's the distinction. Is that Nobara in the thumbnail? No, that's the guillotine girl from the... That's the guillotine girl from the challenge, the Discord art challenge. It's the Gajinka I drew. Yes, it's a... Hey, they call me Dennis, but David works too, I suppose. Call me whatever you like. So would you draw if you knew you will... Would you draw if you knew all you ever will make is horrible art by your own standards? If I were stuck at... let me see. If I were stuck at my beginner art level, would I still make art? I mean, I drew for 8 years without improving, so yeah. But yeah, I think I'd be less encouraged to. Like, what I mean by I don't love my art is I don't try to value my art that much. Like, if someone comes up to me and calls my art trash, someone who values their art more will get more offended, but I won't get offended. But, like, I still... If I started making, like, beginner level art, I think that would reflect more on, like, my art went backwards or something, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. But I'd still draw, yeah, I'd still draw. I'd be a little bit more discouraged, but I'd still draw. It kind of feels... That would kind of feel like being diagnosed with, like... I mean, it's not exactly the same, but in my mind, it'd be like being diagnosed with an illness, like terminal, like I'm diagnosed terminally with an illness, and like I know I'm gonna die, but I have to, like, I'm gonna live no matter what. Like, just because I know I'm gonna die, I know, like, I won't, like, achieve anything, it doesn't mean that I won't live my life, you know? Kind of like that type of thing. It is weird because you like drawing even though you don't like your results. Even when you don't like the process that much, you still want to continue. Yeah, I just like drawing. David's situation just got worse. Did it? For me, what age do you start drawing? I mean, I've been drawing my entire life. Like, just like funny doodles, doing some monster doodles. I like to draw like dinosaurs or things with sharp teeth. I just like the shape of like sharp teeth, like this, I like this shape a lot. Like this kind of curved thing. I really like this shape, and so I just used to like to draw monsters a lot, whether it be like their spines where it's like spiky or their teeth or something like that. So yeah, but yeah, for like my entire life. I'm 20 now, but I started like seriously drawing 8 years ago, and then ever since that, yeah. For just memeing drama YouTubes, gotta respect the grind. Drawing knight armor in a dynamic pose is torture. Yeah, it could definitely be like that. I think for me, it might be a little bit easier to do armor, kind of. I think armor is kind of easier for me than bodies, if that makes sense, because armor is more rigid. There's less like squish to it. They're just geometric objects, geometric shapes, so I feel like I have an easier time doing armor than bodies. Of course, you need to draw the body to draw the armor, so it doesn't really matter. It's like I'm still gonna struggle either way. But yeah. Monster tutorial drawing drop when? Monster tutorial drawing tutorial drop when? Monster drawing tutorial drop when is what you meant to say. Never. Chatham Hn. What does 6-7 mean? I have no idea. Unk. I am that's what they call me. They call me Unk. This is the first stream of you I saw people actually asking and talking about art. Yeah, the tone of the chat is really just dictated by, well, I guess the chat. The chat is kind of like a snowball. If it starts going in one direction, it will easierly flow in that direction. If it starts in another direction, it's probably going to be harder to change it in a different direction. And that's fine. Honestly, I'm fine with either which way the stream goes. Only drama YouTubers I hate are H3H3 and Keemstar. I don't even watch drama YouTubers. Oh, no, that's probably not true. I have watched drama videos, but I don't pay attention to them. Not really. Hello, Shira, by the way. Welcome to the stream, Shira. How's it going? By me, it's dictated by you. Yeah, Hugo. Hugo is the one who dictates the chat, the directions of the chat. If you guys didn't know, now you know. Or I'm texting Horrible because I changed my keyboard. It's not Google keyboard anymore. That's unfortunate. Okay. Let's see. What is my next drawing gonna be? Do I focus on the face? I'll focus on the face. I like watching drama videos. Sometimes I like watching chaos. Fair enough. No, I changed it because Google used too much telemetry and it made my phone slower. I see. Play the spooky music? Yes, Sloth. For whatever reason, I was gonna say yes, ma'am, but then I realized, wait, is Sloth? Do I say yes, sir to Sloth or yes, ma'am to Sloth? I have no idea, and so I defaulted to Sloth. I will call Sloth. Yes, Sloth. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I really like dark metal. It's spooky. I don't listen to that much metal. I have some metal songs, but not a lot. Maybe like 3. Not a lot in my playlist. I don't even know what I listen. What do I listen to? I don't know. Give me 1 second. I need to find Welcome to the Cosmics. There you are. My intention of this song was not to make it spooky, but I guess it kind of ended up being spooky. I guess circuses are kind of spooky. All right. Let's see. Okay, I've done... Oh, I didn't even shade her thighs over here. Does anyone find ASMR videos interesting? Well, I don't, but I don't tend to listen to ASMR music, but I mean, I've heard of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take a nap today. I'm just gonna draw. I'm just gonna keep drawing. Do you like Lavender Town? Lavender Town as in the Pokemon? That's the area in Pokemon, right? The game? What's your favorite Star Wars movie / TV show? I haven't watched any as a child I watched Star Wars Rebels. So I guess that's it, but that's really the only Star Wars media I've consumed. No, the YouTuber, I know, I'm pretty sure she does, actually I don't know what she does, but do I like her? I mean, I don't hate her. I don't like her or hate her. I don't really know. The first trilogy is cool, but a Dune ripoff. Yeah, I think I heard that Dune was first, which I can believe. I can see the similarity. From what I've seen of Star Wars, I can see the similarities. But, it's just like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. I haven't actually consumed that media properly, so I don't really know if they are similar or not. But, I mean, if you've watched it, then yeah. You like her art style? Yeah, I think she's cool. Or kind of, actually not really. I don't know if I don't really have any thoughts on her art style. I don't really like her art style, but I don't hate her art style either. What's your opinion on AI art or AI being used as reference, asking for a friend? If you're using AI art for reference, I mean, go ahead. I also I don't really have a care about AI art. I'm not really too invested in it. I don't like it, right? I think I'd rather look at actual human art or just art in general, because I feel like art, when a human makes it, there's an intention behind it, and there's not really a real mind behind AI. So AI can't really do anything that I find interesting. Yeah, it can make art, quote unquote, that looks pleasing, but it's boring. It's boring, right? I think it just looks boring. Also, if you use AI as a reference, you can very easily be led into like wrong anatomy and stuff. You can be led into wrong anatomy because the AI isn't thinking. So the AI doesn't actually have any anatomy underneath its drawing. It doesn't have a sketch. So yeah. Anytime I'm using AI, or not, anytime I'm using AI, what was I gonna say? No. Anytime I'm using references, I try not to use AI references because, well, like, you can't really learn from them. AI is referenced as trash, and anybody who entertains the idea just does the service of big AI CEOs who want to replace you. Yeah, AI isn't gonna replace artists though. That's one thing I think I'm pretty firm on. Like I think like as a whole, I think people are interested in human art because it's actually interesting. There's thoughts behind it. You can actually like examine and understand what an artist was thinking. But when an AI makes art, it's boring. There's no thoughts there. It's just like an empty husk. So I think maybe like, yeah, corporations might want to like replace artists with AI. When it comes to actual people's interest in AI or in artist art, you know, I don't think that's going anywhere. Maybe I'm optimistic though. Yeah, but when it comes to AI, actually, I don't really care. AI is not a good business. It needs investors to be alive. It consumes way too much energy. I've heard that, yeah. They won't place us, but CEOs only care about profit. So things like logo designers will be replaced. Yeah, but here's okay. I think that's true. I also think that the public is probably gonna gravitate more towards logos that look more interesting, which will probably be human-made logos, right? And or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe AI will make interesting logos that people will like. I mean, of course, businesses are only interested in cutting, like, not liabilities. They want to cut costs. They want to increase the profit while taking down as much as the cost of like paying employees. So, I mean, but yeah. What does your playlist look like for like music and stuff? Do you used to have shaky hands when drawing digital or traditional? How do I fix it? If you want to fix your shaky hands, I mean, it'll get better over time. If you actually put conscious effort into having less shaky hands, over time, you're gonna get less shaky hands. But using pen, I use pen, and pen foot like forces you to be very mindful about your lines. If pen is too punishing, sorry, I'm tongue twistering myself. If pen is too punishing, then you can just use a pencil and put conscious effort into trying to do steady lines. But I mean, yeah, if you're trying to get better, you will get better. I don't really have any good. Maybe there are some exercises like that you can do, some drawing exercises, but I don't know. I didn't like go through a specific way to get my lines more steady. Yeah, my music playlist. I don't know. There's some J-pop. There's like some K-pop in there. There's some normal pop. There's some jazz. There's some blues. There's some R&B. There's some rock. There is some metal, like I mentioned, but like a small amount, maybe like 4 songs. I don't have that many. I don't have any country. I even have like some techno or at least electric like EDM. I have some EDM. I don't know which genre exactly. It's a bunch of them. A lot of pop. I actually don't have that much. Oh well, yeah. I have like J-pop, or I say J-pop, but I don't know if it's really considered J. Like I listen to Eve. I listen to Eve. That's like one. I have some Ado songs, or I think that's how you say her name. I mainly listen to Millie. I think Millie is one of the like most prominent artists of like or she's not Japanese though, or is she? I don't know. Whatever the band Millie. I think I have some Chinese songs too. I have a lot of songs. I even have some Vocaloid songs. I have a lot of songs. Yeah. Adele. No, I said Ado, not Adele. I don't think I have any Adele. Let me see. Go back up. In moral high ground, understand artists. I don't know what happened, but I think my body understanding got better after a session of gesture drawing with my left hand. Well, maybe it did, yeah. Sometimes you have to do something different and it puts your mind in a different perspective that you're able to learn better. I'm finally done with the hardest drawing I've done in a long time. Oh, nice. That's good. I hate people who use AI because they consider themselves artists. And it destroys the environment. There are many reasons to hate AI users, because it's blasphemy into art. I mean, yeah, I don't care about AI. That's the thing. I don't have any investment in those people, mainly because I'm not really troubled because no one can actually hurt my art, right? That's the thing. As long, like, if you're doing art for other people, I think then in that case, yes, AI becomes a threat. But it's not like, okay, I understand someone who's like trying to get into the industry maybe, who's like threatened by AI, and that makes sense. But as like just a hobbyist, or not even a hobbyist, but someone who's taking art seriously but not really planning, like just doing something of their own accord in their own way, I'm not really threatened by AI because like AI is never gonna rob me of my enjoyment of art. That's really all I care about, my enjoyment of art. AI destroying the environment? Yeah, I haven't actually looked into that. I can believe because I've heard that like that it uses a lot of energy. So if it really is destroying the environment, yeah, that's bad. Mine is like 25% rap, 25% rock, 25% metal, and 25% synth pop. Ooh, synth pop is interesting. I haven't heard about synth pop. I used to despise AI. Now I'm really careless about it. I think the hate really exhausted. Like, it used to piss me off so much. I don't think I ever went through that phase of being upset at AI art. Maybe it's the fact that maybe it's the fact that I wasn't like completely sworn with AI art, whether it be on YouTube or people talking about it. Like I wasn't sworn with it, so I don't really have the opinions of other people, and I don't have any opinions of my own because I'm just not in that space. Of course, like sometimes, yeah, it's like a little bit annoying to like be on Pinterest and see AI art, but other than that, I'm not really too swarmed by it. No, yeah, I see it don't bother me. I love art, but seeing people who use AI say they made the thing, yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to be upset at liars, but also maybe I'm just really apathetic, but I just don't care if people lie. Yeah, let me see it. Let me try and form an opinion on this. Why don't I care that people lie? What's my reason for not caring? Because it doesn't affect me? Does that make sense? It doesn't affect me. I don't care that people lie because it doesn't affect me. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but does it affect me? It might actually affect me. Not really, it doesn't affect me. Because you feel like they have because like in that case they'd have like an untrue self-perception. They think that they're artists and they're not artists, and that's like a slight against artists. Yeah, I mean, it might be an insult against artists for someone who's not an artist to claim that they are an artist, but that doesn't actually truly harm any artists. It kind of just harms their, I don't know. You can hate people who use AI and call themselves better than normal art, but please don't hate people for using AI or hate AI. Coming from a normie, we just want to use AI for simple things, not just for fun. I don't know. People are gonna hate people for whatever. And if I mean, there might be actual genuine reasons to hate AI. Like, I'm not brushing off the fact that there are reasons to hate AI. I'm not actually really. I haven't invested any of my time into figuring out if I should hate AI or not. Which it's probably gonna come back no. I think I'm a very lazy person. I'm a very apathetic person. So, I mean, most of the time, it's gonna just end up being, yeah, I don't care enough to hate AI. But I can always understand why someone hates something. Pinterest is mostly AI art, but then again, I don't go on Pinterest as much anymore. No, I get using AI for memes, but calling AI generating images as art is appalling. That's fair. I posted art in Discord. Oh, nice. I'll check it out later, or I think I will. Then you're a coder or something. It has harmed artists. People have won art competitions with AI, but generally, I don't hate AI. Yeah, I think that's like, it's a bad thing to do, because like, yeah, you're like robbing artists of, like, yeah, you're robbing real artists of money that you rob someone at the very least, the winner or the person who would have won. I kind of messed this up. Whatever. So yeah, that is bad. Do I hate AI and people who use AI? No. Do I think that person did a bad thing? Yes. But I think I'd be pretty annoyed if I like entered a competition and someone who wasn't even an artist like got the money. And even if, and like, that would suppose that I thought that I was gonna win, but even if I didn't win, I think it's like, it's sucky that someone who was gonna win got robbed of that money. But that's more of like a specific case, right? I could say like, yeah, I don't like that person, but you know. You don't have to live with it or like it, but don't think too strongly against it either. Yeah, I don't, yeah, I'm very apathetic in that case, in the case of AI. Hey, artists love to brag about their art and put artists down. Yeah, but the thing about, if they're bragging about their art, then they're not bragging about their art because they don't have any art. So I think it's fine. Like, it's kind of like in that case where some people are just really annoyed at stupid people for being stupid. Like, I don't personally think people are, I don't think people are like stupid. I think people just have different like thoughts or like different knowledge. Like, people are just good at different things, and some people have different levels of their knowledge. So I don't think there's really any stupid people. But a person who thinks that someone else is stupid and hates them for it, it feels kind of in that vein where, like, if you hate an artist for calling themselves art and calling themselves better artists than other people, I think I'm just really numb to insults. Maybe I'm just really insensitive or numb in that sense. I don't know why. So like, if someone like were to use AI and to like make images and stuff, and they were like, hey, my art is better than your art, and like, your art is trash, like, wow, you've been drawing for 8 years and you're like still this bad, I just started doing this and I'm really good, like, I wouldn't care, because they're fundamentally not even in the same field as me, right? They're not even doing art, so like, I don't really have a reason to concern myself with their opinions. But like, I get why it'd be frustrating. Like, I do understand it. But for me personally, it's like, this person, like, I wouldn't be mad at a delusional person for hating me or for even insulting me because they're delusional. But yeah, I think it is. I think this is also a trap. Sometimes people, because just to call someone delusional and then you don't really have to pay attention to them or take them seriously is a very big pitfall. So I try not to rely on myself being correct all the time. In fact, I very much strongly, I try to distance myself from the correctness of my opinions. Because, well, they're opinions, so they can't really even be correct, but I think in this case, how we define art, they're not even doing art, so yeah, that's exactly it. That's why people now should be trying to make their art look more human than perfect. They're programmers and companies carried by millionaire people. I generally don't care about them. At least we agree on that. I don't seek out MFs who do AI art to harass them. Sadly, they're the ones who seek attention on Twitter. I mean, yeah, people on Twitter, though, in general, people on Twitter just like to engage with other people that they disagree with. So, which is like, if people just left alone things that they disagreed with on Twitter, especially on social media, I think it would be better for their mental health. I think that's true. Because in the end, on social media, people are like feeding off of attention. So if you starve them of attention, then no one will, like, they're just not gonna they're not gonna repeat the behavior if no one's giving them attention. Usually that's how it works. By the way, how am I supposed to work this? Alrighty, let me see. I didn't actually plot out where the body was going to be, which is my bad. A lot of Twitter people seek conflicts even when there isn't anything to fight for. They compare everything. Yeah. They feed on attention, so. As long as they're getting attention, they're just going to keep doing whatever they're doing. Hey, Single, do you see that's October? It is October, yes. It's autumn. I guess it's been autumn, right? But autumn or fall or whatever. Autumn, fall. Anything special for Halloween? Not really. I mean, I don't know. I may do, what's it called? Special Halloween challenges? I think Sloth suggested that. Sloth suggested that we do some Halloween-based challenges in Discord. So, yeah, I think I'll do that or something. You could say the most basic and grounded fact on Twitter and someone disagrees and fights you on it. Yeah. I wonder how much that is people seeking out attention or people just disagreeing on, opinions, though. Or facts. It could be facts, but whether someone actually knows that a fact is a fact is, what is the problem. If everyone agreed on the facts, then there'd be no disagreements. It's because people disagree on the facts is why there's, disagreements, unfortunately. Essentially, I just said people disagree because they disagree. So I basically just said nothing, but that's not the point, right? My house has natural spider webs. I guess my house is ready for Halloween. Yeah. I will draw head-tied tentacles if you want. Pardon? I mean, you can. I disagree. Oh no. Sloth, how could you? You're one of them! Okay, hold on. I haven't done, these are weird eyes. They're kind of weird eyes. Interesting. Let me bring in her nose. I'll just give her a smile. Curious, do hentai tentacles come under horror? No, they don't. I don't believe so, no. Drawing humans again, are you proud of me? Sure. Humans are pretty difficult. Her back is aching. Huh? Whose back? Do you think you should draw different body types, or should you stick to a standard most of the time when you're learning? If you want, if you know in the future of your art you're gonna want to draw different body types, then do that. If you know that you're gonna stick to a certain body type, throughout most of your art career, then do that. do whatever you're gonna stick to. So like, yeah, if you know that you're eventually gonna be interested in drawing different body types, then you can practice. I think just having a standard mannequin for drawing is very helpful. So yes, I think that'll increase your efficiency of drawing, of like learning and stuff like that. Um, but I mean, practice is good. Yeah, but practicing different body types, that's also good. Oh yeah, I totally I was like, wait, what are you? Yeah, you're talking about her. You're talking about her. Yeah, okay, that's what you're talking about. The chest, yeah, she might have back pain. That is true. Wait, not looking at this. Did I mess up something? If I bring this in, I think the problem with this is the attachment. So the chest is attaching kind of too high, which is like my bad, but it's cool. It's cool though. Her body, her rib cage is coming here. It's supposed to be coming here, and then I think her hips would probably be out here actually, and then her stomach, her belly button would be here. Ah, okay, I see. I definitely messed up slightly on the proportion. If I were to X-ray it, I would probably see where I went wrong, but I made a mistake. My bad. Disproportionate. Her chest sizes are disproportionate. Let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second. Looks good. I really like your art, so thank you. It'd be nice if I could just. Yeah, so like this boob is being more squished, which doesn't really make sense, but it is. It's simply how I drew it. So yeah, it is disproportionate because it's being more squished. Why it's being more squished? Who the hell knows? Not me. I'd fix it for her personally though. I mean, honestly, fair. It's invisible you. Ah, makes sense. Wait, huh? Fair enough. Just gonna bring in some shading on her. Her boobs might have different sizes. I mean, yeah. Do you think all art should be proportionate, or can you also deviate it? Yeah. I mean, when people say like all art should be this, all art should be this, anyone who like says all this should be this, I think are usually wrong. I mean, of course, there's like edge cases where like maybe that would be true, but in general, I mean, especially for art, all art shouldn't be this one. Yeah, no, you could. If people want to make like art that differentiates from like the standard, yeah, do that. Everyone's suddenly talking like Shira. The Shira spirit is in everyone. Of course, I could have said that like Shira's in everyone, but I think that'd be a pretty bad quote. There's a little bit of Shira in everyone. What was I gonna say? Do you think all art should be proportional? Or yeah, you can deviate. I think if you want to deviate, then deviate. If you want to be like everyone else or be to the standard that everyone else is doing, then do that. But art is, like I was saying, art is personal, so people should just do what they want. Do what you want. It's art. It's about you. And in the end, if you're an artist, you're not so special that what you like to draw is like unique to yourself only. If you like to draw something, then other people is going to appreciate that same art that you're drawing. So yeah, draw whatever you want. Oh, goodbye, Diavola. Phrasing? Yeah. Okay, goodbye, Diavola. Who's Shira? Shira's someone in stream, or I guess also in Discord. Shira the Bratty Cat Chief is Shira's handle. How am I supposed to? I'm gonna give her like this. Yeah, I'm gonna make her eyebrows come all the way down. And bring out her hair. Okay, it's 4:33 p.m. Okay, that's cool. Let me see. You know, my poses for the stream were actually pretty normal. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at myself. Saggers is a new term. That's something new. You gave her some nice saggers. Hello, King Froglet. Welcome to the stream. You know what? Shape's not that bad. Please stay that way. Please stay which way? I think my main error was not thinking about a rib cage. I just drew a box for the chest and then a box for the pelvis, and the rest were just sticks. Yeah, the rib cage is pretty important. It's important, especially if you have an open stomach and you're like studying the stomach area, the abdomen. The ribs are very important. That shape. Yeah, like this area. If you can see, you can barely see, but yeah. Saggers? Yeah, Saggers is new. That's a new one. I woke up very early, and I also went to sleep pretty early, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I just need to continue that, which is like, I mean, it's Friday, but I'm gonna try and go to sleep early, or relatively early, at least before 1. I'm gonna try to go to sleep before 1, which is what I consider early. 12 is early for me. You shall not judge me. I have a good reason for being up that late. I'm drawing. And that's all the reason I need. Alrighty, let me start shading her chest. Or, not the chest, but the actual outfit. You know, she's supposed to be in a bunny suit? What is it called? A bunny girl? She's supposed to be in that outfit. Problem is, I forgot, and I drew horns on her head instead of the bunny ears, so it kind of just, I mean, she's still kind of in a bunny suit, but not really. I mean, yeah, she's obviously in the suit, but she's missing some of the apparel. She's technically Morgan. Okay, yeah, no, I can see that. Morgan has wings on her head, right? You robbed us of the bunny aesthetic, I know. I truly am the worst. If that guillotine girl in the thumbnail of this stream were real, I'd be put to death for my grave mistake. Alrighty. There's a shade in color, bone area, this place. Maybe like right there. Okay, cool enough. Should I move on? Rather, am I going to move on to next drawing? Should I? Will I? Maybe. I guess I will. Let's see. Any other? Yeah, there's some space over here. Well, I haven't finished. I guess I need to finish shading over here real quick. How are you feeling about Asa Mom reveal? She's chill. I haven't really had that much time, or really, I haven't reflected on that chapter that much. Surprisingly, most of the chapter was just Asa, or not, or Yoru and Pochita fighting. But I mean, look, all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish that sentence. What I will finish is this drawing. Do you use like an integrated screen tablet or one that needs a monitor with a PC? I have a laptop. So I have a laptop, and then I have a tablet with I have a drawing tablet that connects to my laptop. Integrated screen tablet, and then I just have a normal tablet, like an Amazon tablet or something. It's like a tablet for, I forgot what it's called, but yeah. I'll say it for you. Thank you, my good sir. Do an integrated screen tablet? Integrated screen tablet, like drawing tablet? Are you talking about, or just norm? Like what? Yeah, if you're talking about a drawing tablet, yeah, it has a screen with it that connects to my laptop, but the screen is, but yeah. So many poses, none of them I can draw. Okay, cool. I want one to connect to my computer, but it's really old, so I don't know if it may present errors. It's from 2007. Like a drawing, well, yeah, I don't know. It might, it may not. Hopefully it won't, though. Hello, Pixel. Welcome to the stream. Advice on where to start learning to draw hair? On where? I mean, what you should do is just focus on breaking down the shapes into, breaking down the hair into simple shapes. Let me see. Can I find any art? Let me look back in my book and I can say exactly what I'm doing. I'll go with her. I'll go with this character. All right. So like you see her, right? Basically what you have to do is if you see an image like this and you're trying to learn how to draw this image or draw the hair from like a specific reference, you have to be able to break down the hair into these shapes. So like it's pretty hard to see this hair because I didn't really break it down, but it'd basically be something like this. And then these are her bangs, this is like another, and then her hair is like going over here. This is obviously the head, it's coming around. But to be able to break the shapes into, or break the hair into shapes is really useful. And it helps you understand the shape language of the hair. Whether like a hair is boxy or like spiky or something like that. You know, I didn't do the best job here, but my point still stands. Not the drawing tablet, the PC is from 2007. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it might be fine. Hopefully it's fine. Yeah, I have an XP Pen Artist 12, which was like $200. So like not the cheapest thing, but I mean I had it when like in 2000. I got it in 2021, maybe 2020, around that time, and I've had it for 5 years. It's had some problems with mainly just the power cord. Like it's very easy to come out, but in terms of just the tablet itself, it's pretty good. And that's the tablet I've been using for like 4 years. Yeah, it is hard. I've seen a video that says that you need to know the hairline and the place where the hair comes from. Yeah. I mean, it's not too hard. Like, okay, let me see if I can do a better demonstration. Her hair's kind of long. I would like to have like a simple drawing. Her hair's also kind of long. Her hair's kind of long. Maybe, let me see. It'd be easy if I had someone with easy hair. Okay, I mean, I can maybe try her. So like if I were to try and break her down into like her hair into different shapes, let me just draw the head. I'd probably just break it down into, so her hairline, I mean, you can kind of see where the hairline is if you imagine this like face as a circle. So the hairline would be around here. The eyes would be around, okay, that's kind of low for the eyes. Well, around here, the mouth is like here. I use an XP pen, Star G640, 640S. I got for like 30 pounds. God knows how many years ago. That means that the tablet, so that means that your tablet is not a screen, like, because of how, I guess, kind of cheap it is. Or like, yeah, because I haven't found a screen, like a screen tablet, a tablet with a screen. That's that cheap. I have 4 gigs of RAM, and my other RAM ports are burnt. I also have like 4 gigs of RAM. Yeah, it's a screenless tablet. I could have got a screenless tablet, but I just thought it wouldn't work well for me, and I was probably right. I would have to learn, like, it would have been an entirely other thing to learn with like hand-eye coordination, which probably isn't too hard, but also I just didn't feel like doing it. Anyway, yeah, so her hair, you know, there's like, it parts in the middle, and it's really just these like, just these shapes. So as long as you can break the hair into like shapes, like, I think her hair is pretty easy. And then she has like these pigtails. As long as you're able to break the hair into like simple shapes, it should be pretty easy. Took me a while to get used to it over drawing on paper. Yeah. Yeah, I want a screenless tablet because a more straight posture. Yeah, I wanted a screen tablet, a tablet with a screen, just because I like drawing on Sketchbook and I want to have that kind of similar feeling. So yeah. Anyways, back to drawing. Okay. What to draw? Why is there so many ass shots? I just want something I can actually draw on stream. Can I have a normal, or at least a not that? Can we have something else, please? Do I forfeit? No, I found it. Okay, I found one. Goddamn references. Trying to get me banned. If I ever decide to make a horror game, can I use this track? Yeah, sure. It's weird, but sometimes my pinky finger hurts and the pain into my other hand for some reason. That's really interesting. Just draw the ass? Nah. I will not, in fact, draw the ass. If I do that, I really won't be able to escape the dark side comments. Which, to be fair, I don't really care about. They're pretty funny. So maybe I should. Maybe I should just do it. You market as educational content. Yeah. It's all for anatomy. It's all for learning. I promise. Which is kind of a half truth. So I mean, it's mostly true. Why are you trying to escape what you know to be true? I mean, fair point. Counterpoint. It's funny to refuse. It's funny to say I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever do you mean? I haven't the foggiest. The foggiest. I haven't the foggiest idea. Okay, there you go. Something like that. I bring this around, wrap you like there, and then... I mean, to be fair, this is like almost... Okay, there you go. Maybe like that. This doesn't make sense. I think what I need to do is bring this in more, and then I just bring the hip out, and so this would make more sense. But then I'd have to bring the shoulder in but out, and then bring the butt in slightly, but only slightly, and then I just bring that out, which is like Then what I can do is just do this, and then whoopsie, I did the wrong thing. Whoops, my bad. You know, a lot of the reason why I don't is because I have no idea what I'm going to cover it with. Actually, I think that's probably the real reason, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because if I'm drawing that, then I'm drawing that to learn how to do the forms. But if I'm going to just cover it, then it doesn't really make sense to draw it, if that makes sense. Why draw ass if going to cover the ass? It's a very, you know, it's very philosophical. Hot pants? True. You're right. May sound stupid, but my thinking changed when I watched Charlie the Unicorn. I see the society in a capitalistic way. Well, I haven't watched Charlie the Unicorn. In fact, I've never heard of Charlie the Unicorn. I see the society in a capitalistic way. I mean, there are a lot of societies that run on capitalism, yeah. The show is surprisingly philosophical. I mean, yeah, is it possible to have a show that has no philosophical ideas at all? Because the people making it has to have some idea of, like, they have to have a worldview, and then that worldview has to reflect into the art that they're making, the show or whatever, so. Even, like, if only just slightly. Okay, that's what it's gonna be. I started doing really simple eyes. I don't know why, but I've been keeping my eyes pretty simple. Like, you can see I'm not really filling them in. Like, this drawing. By the way, I asked this earlier, but I don't know if anyone understood. Or actually, if anyone, like, heard. But I was asking, like, is this height good? Because I moved the camera up more, or my phone up more. So now it, like, has a wider view. But obviously I know that if something is, like, if something has a more like a farther view, then it's gonna have less detail. The thing is, when the camera was close, it was focusing on my hand, which made the art blurry. So I think it might actually look better, but I don't know because I'm obviously not really watching. The static channel, I don't know. I've never heard of the static channel. Yeah, but like you don't expect the message because at first it's just nonsensical things that turn profound. Um, it's a really old. Oh, it's a really old YouTube web series. Okay. So kind of like what was that show? There was a show. There was a show that was or not a show, but there's a YouTube it was actually a horror series. Now that I think about it, where it kind of looked like Sesame Streets, where it was like these puppets or Muppets or whatever, or puppets, yeah, I guess, because they're not like the actual brand, but and they were like it was dressed as a children's show, but it was kind of it was like horror based, and I think they were saying things about society, but I can't remember. Society like America isn't capitalist. It's now technological feudalism because we own nothing. Feudalism is owning nothing. Yeah, with all like the subscription services and stuff. True. But if no one bought it, if no one was buying it, then if no one was like buying the subscriptions, then no one would then they just wouldn't exist. So it's like fueled by capitalism. Let me see if I can keep I want to keep it pretty light. Can I do that? I guess I can. Oh yeah, what you draw? Yeah, I have no idea. Can I say a whale again? Because I'm really tempted to say a whale again. A lemon? Already said a lemon. Have I said a rat with a lemon tied to its tail? Probably. I probably have said that. I saw a meme that explains that well. The technological feudalism because we own nothing. That thing, like that type of thing, or something different. Let me see if I can capture her hair and not make it look like it's just falling apart. I think I did it, but I could be wrong. Okay. Gonna just shade the arm. All right, how about I change the music a while? Speaking of, I'm probably okay. So maybe it's 5 p.m. I have to go at 8 p.m. Is 2 hours enough for me to do everything that I want to do? Probably not, right? I'm not gonna release a video today. I'll release a video on like Sunday or something. I'll aim for that. Let me see a different video. I'll do Song Calamity. I'll do that. Like the wait, it's kind of like the hobby-based hobby job. Uh, I like the question of how can I draw 8 hours a day. Well, first of all, you have to have like the time to do that. So you have to have like a lack of responsibilities, or at least you have to have the, you know, you have to have a schedule that allows for that. You have to have a sleep schedule that allows for that, and then you have to have the passion for it, the motivation, and the what I use to fuel my motivation is just the artist that I see. So that's why I always have a reference. It's always motivating to have something that I'm aiming for, at least slightly. Dennis, have you played any videos recently? Video games? Have you played any video games? Actually, no. Well, maybe I played Silk Song. If we're talking about like within a month, but within like the week, I haven't played any video games. I played Gang Beasts with my siblings, which is like pretty fun. It's pretty cool that they're still updating the game. I remember back when I was like a child, or kind of a child, like maybe like 9-ish, 10, 11, around those years. So like around 8 years ago. I remember Gang Beasts like came out and it was pretty cool, but like to see it still being updated is like cool. I'm trying to make myself draw even when I'm not motivated that day. Yeah. I think that's okay. I think discipline is good to have too when you don't want to draw that much. Well, what motivation you have? You mentioned, but I forgot. Oh yeah, Yusuke Murata, Tatsuki Fujimoto. But what I mean by motivation, like as in the artists that I see around, like yes, at some, I think they're like the. When I say they inspire me, it's not like I'm looking at their art every day. And of course, you can. Like I can certainly do that. Yeah, Yusuke Murata, Tatsuki Fujimoto for Chainsaw Man, and Yusuke Murata is for the manga of One Punch Man. But other than that, like I have, first of all, I follow a bunch of really good artists on Twitter, or at least on my other Twitter accounts, and so specifically, because it's just my other account, and I just have like a home feed full of just good artists. So essentially, I just and like even when they like if they repost another artist's work, then it like that's another artist I can see. So it's just a lot of good art that I'm just getting, and I can use as references. Right now, actually, I'm not even using Twitter art, or some is, but this is just art that I've gathered over a while. That's the references I'm using now. But yeah, my friend left me and told me to kill myself. That's not good. What do you mean they left you? That's unfortunate. Well, you should not do that. That's that doesn't really, yeah, that's shouldn't do that. But I mean, I guess that was pretty obvious, right? Like they didn't want to be my friend no more. But why though? I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess people are pretty unpredictable, so it's pretty hard to get into the mind of someone else. I mean, when it comes to online friends, I never really had, or I had a good amount, but the thing is, I've always been pretty passive when it comes to, yeah, friends online. So I didn't really pursue them as much, or not really. So I've never really had to experience any negative drawbacks of them. Hi, it's been a while. Hello. Your name is Ari, right? Yes, Ari. Hello, welcome, Ari. Welcome to the stream. Unless you're not, no, you're Hollyberry. Wait, were you different than Ari? I can't remember. I can't remember if you were an Ari clone or a complete person. I need to take a nap, I think. A completely different person. is it it is tough for me to have good references, mainly because I struggle with proportions and perspective. Most of the drawings I see use a lot of that, or their top half is not having motivation, is being an art block. I mean, yeah, it could be like that. Not having art motivation can be art block, kind of, or it can lead to art block at the very least. Yeah, I mean, okay, so like early on, when it comes to line weight, I think, so especially when you're looking at like a full illustration, it becomes very difficult to focus just on like a specific thing. When I'm using a reference, I don't try and copy the reference entirely. I try and copy a specific aspect of it, whether it be the line, like the lines, the colors, the perspective, the composition, the proportions. But so like for a finished illustration, it becomes very difficult to focus on one thing because there's a lot going on. There's like, you know, like I said, the colors, whatever. So if I want to focus on like proportions or something like that, I would look for like art where it's like sketches or even just line art without anything else. So like artwork that's just line art, an artwork that's just sketches with no color or anything like that. That was helpful for me for learning like just line quality and stuff like that. That's what I used to learn line quality. When it came to but yeah. I definitely can sympathize with the fact that like sometimes you're just not getting the references that you want, especially for what you want to focus on. And the one negative side, or I guess just thing that slows people down, especially me, is finding references in general. I think sometimes it is very difficult, at least especially when you don't have, like when your home feed isn't filled with good art already, or art that you want to see already. It's very time consuming to find that. So yeah, no, it takes a lot of looking sometimes. So yeah, I can sympathize with that. Perspective is tougher though. Perspective is tougher than perspective can be pretty tough once you've got like the body construction down with basic shapes. Perspective becomes a whole lot easier. 3D poses are quite good to search for. It gives you a better look at depth. Yeah, there's a lot of art out there that doesn't give you a very good view of how the depth works and the 3D aspect of the drawing. So I mean, yeah, I can definitely see how 3D art would be, or 3D stuff would just be helpful. How much ass can one man see? God damn it. Okay, fine. Fine. Do I cave? Do I cave to this? Oopsie, the light almost fell off. I mean, I guess. Yeah, whatever. This page doesn't have enough space. Let's move on to this next page. Okay, let me see. So be something like this. Bring the head back. I'm gonna bring in the neck. Okay, so the shoulders. We're sure when you need them. Okay, now we're gonna be bringing this back. Hold on, let me bring this in. Let me just bring in the face so it'll be easier to finish. We're gonna bring this in like that. Coming down. So something like that, and then we're just gonna bring it in. The legs are going off the page, so I don't really know what to do with it. Where's Haunted Ghost? Haunted Story? Did Hunted say? Yeah, actually, that's a good question. I don't know if Hunted said goodbye or not. I don't know if Hunted's still there. Maybe not, though. Hunted could have just, like, left for a little while. Wait, is his name Haunted or Hunted? Actually, Huh. Whatever. It's like this, down. Okay, I guess that informed what I'm gonna do with this. Got the air. Okay. So first I need to figure out, okay. You know, this might be helpful for drawing a little bit without guidelines. I just need to not, let me see. I need to not draw. I need to draw without drawing. Let me see if I can imagine what I would normally draw to get this shape, and then I would just go over it, right? Okay. Something like that. Going like that. The legs are coming out, so it's like wrapping back. I don't really, you know, actually, I'll just, because that's not really the focus now, is it? So I think I should dedicate a day to look for references, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could do that. If that, like, works for you, for your timeline, yeah. I don't necessarily dedicate a day, or not, I didn't used to do that. I kind of just, like, when I was ready to draw, I would just, like, start looking for references, and it'd take a pretty long time. So if you, like, could find some off time, yeah, if you can find, like, time while you're, like, doing other things to, like, look for references, that's what I do sometimes, especially if I have, like, a video or something, and I need to look for specific references, so I don't, like, have to search for, like I do on stream, where I'm, like, searching for a reference that I can actually draw. If I know I'm gonna make a video, I kind of just wait, or I like, in my off time, I look for a reference that I can actually use in the video. Hello, Links the Uploader. Welcome to the stream. Now, okay, so here's the problem, though. If I draw pants, the pants is gonna look way different than the actual body. So, like, yeah, the shading's gonna be completely different, because the pants isn't, like, skin tight. You know, I'll get there when I get there. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad it was helpful, I guess. Spandex? That might work. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of that, but I was like, that runs into a different problem, though. At this angle, that runs into a different problem. But yeah, no, I'll make it work. I can simply just omit details. Really, I have that power. I am the artist in this case. All right. I think you should go over that in pen. Yeah, no, I was just doing this just to get a good idea of what I want to do. Not like I needed to. I don't know why I decided to go with. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm not too used to drawing this pose, like, yeah, drawing from the back on sketchbook. So I used pen just because I was kind of unsure of what I was actually gonna do. Draw a Josuke? No. No. Okay, yeah, cool. Bring in the eye. Would you like to draw creatures? Not particularly. I think sometimes I do, but, like, not all the time. Yeah, I do draw creatures sometimes, but I just don't tend to draw all the time with creatures and stuff. Do I have her hair tied up? I can have her hair tied up. Yeah. Do you do drawing requests? No, not really. No. I used to, but I do not anymore. Wonder what should I eat for lunch? What should I eat for lunch? What do you think I should eat for lunch? Did I have a sandwich today? I didn't. I had pancakes. The pancakes were really good. I kind of mixed my mom's recipe with my own recipe. And turned out really good. Yes, exhausting to not draw what you like. If you draw a request, you go further from what you like. Yeah. I wasn't really motivated to draw the request, I realized. Unless it was like a request that I actually did want to draw, like a character that I actually cared about. But even then, like, my heart wasn't in it, so I just didn't do it. I kind of just stopped. You know, I realized that, like, in drawing, or not really in drawing. Want to hear a song? Or sure. Draw crazy diamond users, or at least turn off the Fortnite lobby ass music. Draw Wendigo, or turn on 10 hours of McDonald's sound. That's a thing. Why is that a thing? You know what? Never mind. I know that's a thing. Everything's a thing on the internet. Welcome to the internet. Come and take a seat. Welcome to the internet. Come and look around. Anything that brain of yours can think. Okay, no more. No more Bo Burnham. So it'd be like that, and then we're gonna go into this. Okay. So then what we're gonna do is figure out exactly how this is gonna work. I know this meme. Which meme? Hello, Nito. I'm not big on relationships. I'd rather go for the flirt. All my friends say it's a problem. I just rather not get hurt. That's the song. I could see the vision. Did you make it up yourself? I'm really surprised to find you. Now that I think of experience is everything. Oh, now that I think of experience, now that I think of it, maybe? Or maybe I'm just reading wrong. Maybe now that I think of it, experience is everything. You haven't done a course and you know a lot of things. Oh, it isn't experience isn't everything? You haven't done a course and you know a lot of things? I didn't know by just watching videos and getting to a single course. No, wait. Let me see. I think experience is everything. You haven't done a course, and I know a lot of things I didn't know just by watching videos and getting into a single course. I don't think I did a course, or unless you're talking about you, but I haven't done a course. No, it's no problem. Sometimes it might not even be your problem. It might be my problem. Sometimes I'm just bad at reading. I'm just bad at reading sometimes. So are you saying that, like, experience isn't everything because I haven't done a course, but I'm still, like, pretty okay at art? Or are you saying that experience isn't everything because you learned about, or is everything? Wait, no, I'm genuinely confused. I don't know, but yeah. Or are you saying that experience is everything because you haven't because like you've only watched some videos and done a course and you've like learned a lot or something like that. Okay, let me I'm procrastinating drawing this ice. Let me go on. I was probably to just cut it off there, right? Okay, so from this position, you'd probably just do that. But yeah, like I was saying, I have the power to omit what I need to omit, so I'll just stop there. It is kind of an issue though. I'm talking about experience being everything. Oh, because you have done a lot of things by yourself. Yeah. Experience is everything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree with that. You don't need a course. Or, yeah, you don't need to do a course. If you think a course would help you, like if you truly do, then you can do that. But if you don't think you need a course, then you don't need to, right? It's about what you think is best for you. I think, yeah, just watching videos and stuff is perfectly adequate. A course, like going through like art school or maybe a course, it might be more efficient. I would say that because you have like a specific road or a pathway to like a goal, it'll be more efficient. Maybe, but it's certainly not the only way to get better. I picked this path. I didn't take any courses because I just felt like art school and stuff like that and like courses might kill my passion because I don't know. I feel like putting a schedule on things that I'm passionate about makes me not not motivated to do it a lot anymore. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's just how I felt, so I just never did. I don't really regret it. My body wants to complete the drawing, but I won't. Let me put back down let me bring this down. So it'd be more like, because this is like squishing, right? This is tight. It's supposed to be tight. It'd like do that, and then it'd like come out, and then something like that. I don't want to make it look too tight though, but still pretty tight. It's supposed to be. I don't want it to make it look like it's like cutting off blood flow. Am I allowed to swear in this stream? Yes. I don't see why not. Just asking. See, like I want to work in art, so I want to learn to draw without that motivation, but still keep the passion. Yeah, I understand. Like, I would like to, like, okay. If I had to choose between another job and like working in the art industry, I would work in the art industry. But if I really thought about it, I don't think I'd actually want to work in, like, I don't want to work in the art industry. It's just, I'd basically be choosing the lesser of two evils. At least in my case. I'm not saying, like, for your case. So yeah, like, learn to draw without motivation. I guess in that case, you just have to separate out personal drawings and, like, work drawings. And if you can do that, then you still have, like, passion for personal drawings, and you'd still be able to draw for work drawings. And I think that's fine. I think you can do that. And I probably can do that too. Like, if I had to, that's what I'd do. I'd separate out in my mind. Because your brain is really easy to trick. So if you just, like, make a simple distinction in, like, work versus art drawings, your brain will be able to, like, oh, I'm motivated to do this, and I'm not motivated to do this. But you'll still be able to work through it. Turns out brains aren't that smart. Or no, they are. They're just really efficient. You can just trick it, yeah. Neither I do. It'll mostly restrict you. Yeah. Like, that's why I'm doing YouTube. I'm doing YouTube because it seems like I can do what I want to do while also doing art. Or, yeah, I can just do what I want to do in the art. That's why I picked YouTube. I guess I'll just go straight to shading. Will it even, if I just leave that out, because, okay, from this position, I think you would be able to see the crotch. Not even think, you would be able to. But, you should, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll give the, like that, maybe? And then I could just move on from it. But no, because it'd be like that, really. No, whatever. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna shade the entire thing black, and then I'll go back in with more shading. I need to figure out where would the shine be on this. I think because like I'm gonna go for like a shiny type of material, or at least that's what I'm thinking of. So the shine would probably be around this area. So I need to start thinking about that because the moment I go over with pen, I can't I can't erase it. If I mess up, I'll just make it entirely black. But I'd like to avoid that. So it'd be somewhere here. Before I wanted to be an animator for like Sony because I got inspired by Spider-Verse, but then I understood what it really meant. Oh yeah, I want to be oh, hello Hobby Panda. Yeah, before I wanted to be an animator too, but then I realized I have to draw the same thing over and over and over again, and I was like, wait a minute. No, hold on. It's a lot of work. I don't want to do the same drawing over and over again. I think it's pretty relaxing though. I think once you get good at animation, it'll become really relaxing. So it doesn't really become work. But yeah, I mean that amount of not stagnation, but staying in one place. I don't think that's really exactly for me. I do want to animate at least at some point, but I don't want that to be my job. You know how the animators at Mappa Studio are having, yeah, and deadlines, a lot of stress. True, I guess you won't be able to even like relax because it is stressful. Oof. Okay, that's one. So like it'd be coming up like there, and then like it's like that, and then. Struggling. Okay, I say I'm struggling. I'm actually not struggling. Not struggling, not bad. So now for this, I think the shine would just be around there. So it'd be like around here. So I'm just gonna start coming out and then coming in. No. Here's the real part. Okay, actually, I'll ignore that for now. I'll ignore that for now, and then I'm going to go back over, and then I can figure out what I'm supposed to do. Okay, let me think. How do I do this? Do I go all black, or do I add shine? What should I do? Let me just come up a little bit more with the shading. Well, You know, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I don't need to think about that right now. What I will think about is legs, or just a little bit of legs. Just so we know that the legs are actually there. Hmm. Did my shading get more rough? I wonder why. Maybe it's because I've been shading the same thing over and over again. Maybe I just think it looks more rough, but right. So for now, I'll just keep that there. I'll go on and shade the back. There. Bring some shading in there. Bring some. I think the shading for the shoulder blades would be here instead of being actually on the shoulder blade, and then over here it'd be like there. But then I'd have to come over here, and then I need to shade the side of the body. Come over here just slightly. Go down. Go back up. I'm just gonna go right there for that. Okay. Now the shoulder. Okay, I guess this will be the last drawing. The last drawing will literally be ass. Her other arm is coming over here. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna end up. I don't really care about the arm. Shiny? Indeed. The back of the drawing? Yes. Yeah. What I will do is I'll bring that out, and then I'm just gonna. Alrighty. Oh, I'll do the other one too. Which they basically look like the same thing, but it's supposed to be a different one. Okay. And then just bring the shoulder over here. Bring that over there. Now. Alright, let's see. To shade this, I guess I'll do that and that. Draw a loaf. Pardon? Like a loaf of bread. Okay, I was supposed to go back over this with just. Okay, yeah, now I'm supposed to go back over it with the actual darkest shading. A loaf of bread. I could draw a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread will be the last drawing then. Okay. then go back over it again. Okay, there you go. Something like that. Okay, and then I'll just bring this back. Do you know how to draw teeth? Yeah, I do. In general, I do generally know how to draw teeth. It'd be like maybe something like this. Well, if I bring out the mouth. Actually, maybe the mouth would be there, and that'd be like. Well, of course, I'm drawing stylized teeth, right? So I'm not like doing it hyper focused, but like hyper realistically. But in general, like teeth are kind of like, yeah, they do like this shape. Of course, the sharpness that I'm giving them is, and the pronouncedness of the canines, that's probably a little bit exaggerated, but. Why is bro so focused about that butt? Like he has been in it for hours? I simply do what the people want. That's literally not what I do, but whatever. Because that was like the focus of the drawing, so I better be good at it. Looks really good. Thank you. I like this one more. I did actually foundation for this. Oh, I forgot. Her chest is here. I didn't shade her chest. Well, I'll do that. All right. I think, because I've done. Oh, her hair is also supposed to be black. Do I feel like shading? I've done so much shading on the butt already. I've done so much shading on the ass already. Do I really want to do? Do I really want to shade the hair? Not really. Not really though. I think I'm tired of shading. I'm tired of shading large areas. Well, okay. Well, I guess I already started shading the hair. There's no going back now. Oh, hello, Lily. Welcome to the stream. Which OC is this? This is, the god of anti-life. Laxu, I suppose. Just another form of hers. I don't know if I have said this before, but I don't know if you've heard. The reason that she has so many forms is because basically she has multiple personalities, and every time, and for each personality, they each get a different form. Which form is this one? This is well, they don't really. Oh, I think Spryl, right? Yeah, Spryl is the name that I'd actually just say this one is Spryl, but it sounds really weird. It doesn't even sound like when I say that name, it seems like the name doesn't really make sense. It's like Spiral, but it's like this. But for simplicity's sake, you could just say it's Laxu and just get it over with. And just be done with it. You don't really have to memorize the names. That's why I call them all. That's why whenever anyone asks me, I just say it's Laxu. Also, she's not my kid. This is false. Made up. Fraudulent. Identity theft is a crime, you know. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Okay, yeah, anyways. Yeah, she was missing for a while, so I guess it's good that she's alive. I guess so. I guess that's good. Alrighty, there we go. Do you like the rain? I love the rain. The rain, yeah, I like rain. I like rain, I like snow. Actually, it's the sun that's my enemy. Mostly. I like rainy weather, as long as it's not raining for too long. If it's cloudy for too long, then it dampens the mood, kinda. That's funny. That's a pun. It dampens the mood. Maybe it dampens the mood because the mood is wet now. Wait, that's not. Ignore that. Anyways, that's not the point. Oh yeah, I like the rain. Rain is cool. Yeah, okay. After I'm done with this drawing, I'm gonna end the stream. Hope your father, who has the YouTube channel of Art of Singularity, can join your game. What? What are you guys talking about? Oh, right, she's on the bus to a game. Sorry. I won't be joining a game, but I will be joining... What am I gonna do? I like it because my city is always hot. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we're getting Storm Amy or something coming over from America. So rainy. Oh. Yeah, actually, we haven't gotten rain, at least in my area, in a while. Which is unfortunate. Is that true? Was it rainy today? I don't know. I want to take a nap, but if I take a nap, I'm gonna be out of time. Okay, I'm just gonna power through the day. Yeah, no. I don't need to take a nap. I'll just stay up. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. I don't need to be awake for this stuff. It's not like... Yeah, okay. I made a video. I have the footage for a video. I don't need to do anything else. I just need to make, like, what, a short? And then it's fine? Whoopsie. Oh, I forgot to add the thing on her back. Whoopsie. Hey, don't forget the loaf. Oh, right. Forgot about the loaf. I'll do the loaf of bread. Actually, I'll just do it here. Yeah, this is reminding me of the old streams. Kind of. Just random bits and pieces along with the other art. Okay, there's a loaf of bread. Every time you say you'll stay up, you fall asleep. Oh, you take naps? I only take naps if I need to. If I need to take naps, I don't like. I try not to make a habit of taking naps because when I take a nap, I think naps have been messing up my sleep schedule essentially. At least on the weekends, right? And I want to have a consistent sleep schedule because I need to get up early, because I need to have a lot of time in the day, because I'm drawing a lot. I have like this. I have like traditional art to do, and I have digital art to do. And if I don't have time, if I go to sleep, if I just take naps in the day, then that's like 2 hours gone from the day. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. It's ridiculous how much ass is in this. Bro. Hold on. Two out of 3 of these drawings I cannot draw. Yeah, 2 out of 3 of these references. Every 2 references. Yeah, every 3 references I find one that I can actually draw, I've realized. Maybe I should start collecting references that like I can actually draw on stream. That might be super helpful. I'm finally happy. Oh, nice. That's good. Oh, you're good. You're happy because of the loaf. Let me actually shade it. Less NSFW. Yeah. The way you dedicated so much time into no, I kind of had to though, because if I just yeah, I think I had to. Mainly because of the pants. If I didn't give her pants, or whatever this thing is, then I wouldn't need to dedicate so much time to shading. It's really the pants' fault. This drawing would be done. Oh, by the way, hello Shira. But yeah, this drawing would have been done in like 10 minutes maybe. Which maybe it was. Maybe it did only take 10 minutes. It'd be finished way faster if I didn't have to actually shade the pants. I also I spent a lot of brain work trying to figure out what to include and what not to include. Leggings are harder. Yeah, it would be easier if I just drew skin. Or rather, if I just didn't add the leggings. Alas, I need to. Shira's booty senses were tingling. Yes, that's why Shira appeared out of nowhere. Alright, there's some bread. This is how bread looks, right? I'm sure. I didn't use a reference, so. Okay. You know, it would probably look cool if there was like another bread, like a bread slice that like fell down. It would look better if there's like one of the, or like there's like a slice already missing. Which is being blocked by the mouth, but it's cool. Or actually, it needs to come around here like this, and then wrap around, and it'd be like that. And then I need to come over here, and then I need to bring that in. Oh, whoopsie, I'm almost messed up. There we go. Yeah, the leggings were harder. Yeah, it's not even, it's just because of the material, because of the shininess of the material. Or, yeah, I don't know why I made it shiny. I could have just made it not. That probably would have been more helpful. But at least in my mind, I've only seen this type of like leggings, or are these leggings? I guess they are. This type of like pants be shiny. So that's just what's in my mind to make them shiny. Is it like biker? Yeah, it's like biker shorts, like spats or whatever they're called. Are they called spats? Yeah, spats, whatever, that type of thing. Transparency, yeah. Oh yeah, are they supposed to be shiny or just transparent? Whatever. The lack of the fact that the shine isn't like circular is kind of, it's annoying me. I try not to be a perfectionist, and I'm not, but okay, I think that looks better. The fact that or did I make it? Yeah, I think I like that more. Maybe? Whatever. Spats. Okay, and then I just do this. Maybe I'll shade her ear, because her ear's looking pretty flat. Okay. Oh, I also didn't shade her the part of her back with the portal on it. Boobas are nice too. True. I agree. I don't know why, but I find stylized backs cool. They remind me of Dio. I like stylized backs. Whenever I see a really nicely rendered back, it's very impressive. It is very impressive to me. Yeah, it's like backs and stomachs are really impressive to me. Although I study stomachs more than I study backs, which is unfortunate. I'd like to give both of them the time of day. Okay. I think I'm done. Yes. Oh, in any case, I like this. This worked out pretty well. It pays the bills. It does. All right. Yeah, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I think I will be done. I'm probably gonna move on to digital art now. I have some I need to work on, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it before I hit the timeline. I have like 2 hours to do everything I need to do, and then I'll be heading to sleep. But yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. Let me move everything. I have to move everything to that side. Yes, thank you guys for coming and staying till the end. Be well. Yes, you too, Shira. Thank you, Nito and Rap Dog and Calstorm and Hobby Pandu and Pixel and Sloth. Did I say Sloth? I didn't say Sloth. And Sloth and hold on, one more. Yes. Anyways, goodbye. Good night.